So it almost feels like a sure thing that we're going to go parabolic within the next 12 to 18 months. And this tweet from Han Solar is a good point in the parabolic column. He says, the smart money is basically fully deployed and out of stablecoins. What are you doing sitting on cash? You can see the smart money is all the wallets that have made a lot of money in the last bull run. What are they currently doing? Well, they're only holding 4.81% stablecoins, and you can see since the start of 2023, it's only been going down. They're at 30%, and they're just investing more and more in tokens that aren't stablecoins, meaning they're thinking the market's going to run and they can make a lot of money doing it. I agree with the smart money. I'd be silly if I didn't. And I recently actually sold a decent amount of my Casper. If you haven't been following me for a while, we called Casper at a quarter of a cent. Pretty crazy back here. And it's now at 14 cents. It got up to almost 20 cents, about 18 cents there. And it's pulled back a little bit. And it was kind of hard to let it go because it was an awesome 80x ROI. But this is why, and this is why I want to make this video, is because it has a fully diluted market cap of $4 billion now, which is still not crazy when you think ETH's probably at 400 billion. So it's got 100x to go to match ETH. But I'm like, it's still run a lot. And I think where I'm going to put that money can run a lot further. And I want to show you based on last bull market. This is the Ethereum price. You can see it skyrocketed recently based on the Ethereum ETF news. But I want to compare that to something like Solana. Again, these are the narratives. We're going to be talking narratives and niches, and whatever niche or narrative you like, you can deploy this strategy in that and make a lot of money doing it. This is the layer one narrative. So what are the Bitcoin competitors almost? And Ethereum's narrative and niche was basically like a smarter, faster, smart contract computer version of Bitcoin. And Solana was basically that to Ethereum. And you can see what happened in the last bull market here. Ethereum's in blue. And when Ethereum was, say, $400, Solana was only $1.40. And then you can see it, they both ran up. Ethereum ran up to $4,000, so about a 10x there. And from $1.40, Solana ran up to $56. So you can see that's probably about a 35x. So you get 3.5 times your money by investing in something that had a lower market cap in the same narrative. And so I want to show you a couple more examples of the current narratives and the upcoming tokens, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about and how to basically make the same plays but with more leverage. That's what I'm personally going to be doing, and I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it. So this is Render. This is a DeepIn project. They do a lot of decentralized rendering. They have a lot of GPUs, and any AI request that goes in, they can be the decentralized processing power that people rent. They're at a $5.3 billion market cap. Billion with a B. I know I may have said that a bit strange. That's their fully diluted value. And a lot of people are bullish on AI and bullish on DeepIn, and they're throwing money into Render, which, if I'm honest, yeah, this might go to a 20 or $40 billion market cap. It might get you a 4 to 8x. But then you have other projects that are doing very similar things. This is Node AI. We talked about this in the last video too. And this is 133 million, which means it's got about a 40x to go before it even catches up to Render. Not that it will catch up, but it's just like, okay, what if it went halfway to Render? That's an extra 20x on your money. And you can go one extra step, and we talked about this in yesterday's video too. This is the new one. This is actually where I put a lot of my Casper funds into because the market cap was so much lower. It's not a $4 billion project like Casper. And I thought the upside, it's like, what's the chances to Casper 10x's versus this? When I put it in, it was about an $8 million market cap. And I'm like, well, this has way more chance. It's already doubled. For Casper to double, that would be such a huge move. And OpenGPU, we did a video yesterday on it, if you want to watch the whole thing, is basically what Node AI is, but actually more GPU power, and run by some real tech nerdy people who well, have no idea what they're saying in their white paper, but that's what I kind of like. I'm like, oh, I trust you guys to run a solid project. And it doesn't matter what niche you're playing in. If we go over to this niche here, you may recall this one, the metaverse niche. Now, it's not one of my favorite niches for the next bull run because I'm not really sure what the catalyst will be for this. I think AI is way more powerful. But you can see Decentraland is the metaverse, the biggest metaverse. Maybe Sandbox might be second at $1 billion market cap. And you can see it's a long way from its all-time high. What did it hit? A $9 billion circulating market cap last bull market. You can go down, though, to something smaller. If I was to invest in the metaverse niche, I'd invest in something like RFox. It's only got a $12 million market cap. And we don't have to go to their websites in this video. We've done breakdowns on RFox before. If the metaverse niche takes off, if there's a huge narrative around it, RFox could easily do a 10x where for Decentraland to do a 10x, it's going to need $9 billion of value injected into the project. And then to show you another example in the GambleFi niche. Now, this is a niche that I'm actually very bullish on long term. I think that this is going to be an absolute no-brainer. I think it might take a little bit to play out, but this is online gambling using crypto. And this is Rollbit, the biggest in the space, actually the second biggest in the space behind Shuffle, and they're at a $214 million market cap. But this is actually not a singular gambling site here, but this is gambling infrastructure. So sort of like Altura is infrastructure for gaming, Winner is infrastructure for GambleFi. They're only at an $18 million market cap here. And so I'd way prefer, and a little asterisk here, because I have made a video where I think we might be investing 50 grand into Rollbit, but it's almost like there's less downside to these bigger tokens. And so what you're going to find is that when the market starts retracing and pulling back, we want to reverse this strategy. If we go back to our Ethereum Solana difference, Solana also crashed way more than Ethereum did. And we don't want the crash. So we want to ride the lower market caps on the way up and then roll them into the higher market caps, such as Ethereum or Bitcoin, or even back into Rollbit, because there's a lot more downside to them. So for me, if I'm going large amounts of money and I want a limited downside, the bigger market caps. If I want as much upside as possible and a little bit less money that I don't mind if it goes to zero because it's way riskier, then I'm going to go for these smaller market cap. Even something like Based Games, which is GambleFi again, and Crypto God John is a huge proponent of, $5.61 million market cap. So if you do the quick maths, which I'm doing in my head as I distract you with my words, it's got a 40x to go until it hits Rollbit's market cap. And again, now of course it doesn't mean that it's going to match Rollbit's market cap, but all I know is if Rollbit 10x's, the crypto whip, which we talk about a lot on this channel, means that the lower market caps in that niche are going to have a much bigger knee-jerk reaction, and Based Games might 30x, which would still only put it at a 150 mil market cap. And so what I encourage you do is you have a look at what niches you're playing in. Is it gaming? Is it AI? Is it deepen? Have a look at your holdings and see if you're holding on to some old narratives. One narrative that I am not a big fan of, and I know they have some diehard fans, is something like XRP. I know a lot of people loved XRP. I know a lot of people made a lot of money very quickly on XRP, which helped its narrative and everyone was talking about it. But it hasn't really done anything. I know it's got its lawsuits and it's at a $50 billion market cap. And so if someone was like, oh, you've got 100 grand to invest somewhere, I mean, I might as well invest in Ethereum. I mean, in the time that XRP has added 50%, Ethereum has added 250%. So if you've ridden the wave of some of these layer ones, maybe the Cardanos, maybe the XRPs, maybe even the old meme coins, although it's always hard to bet against a meme coin because they kind of skyrocket and do something crazy. Polkadot's another big narrative that it was going to be the biggest thing ever. Some people think it still will be. It's still at a $10 billion market cap. At least consider that there are smaller, newer, more exciting tokens, which people are way more bullish about and more likely to invest into because they think they can make the 100x's, that are doing very similar things in this next bull run, and you can get 2, 3, 4 times the results that you could sitting in this old large dinosaur coin. Let me know your thoughts, how you're playing it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.